Hello and welcome back to the channel. This evening you join us on another trip up a fell. This time we've decided to visit Holme Fell. Never been here before myself. Myself and my wife have driven down from Keswick, parked up at the little lay-by there at Yew Tree Tarn, made our way through the woodland and up a fairly steep embankment, and as you come out of the woodland you're just greeted with this, it's a fantastic scene, just heather everywhere. I believe it's the Langdales. It's the first time I've kind of seen the Langdales and recognised them instantly from images and videos that I've watched previously. It's just a lovely scene in front of you with the sun just starting to dip, so you've got some raking light with long shadows, and I just couldn't resist getting the camera out, so I have set the camera up quite low to the ground. It's ISO 100 f11 for, what was it, f11. Again, I'm exposure blending these because the sky is still very, very bright and the foreground is quite dark. So the exposure for the foreground was like 1/50th of a second, and the sky was 1/250th of a second. I've also focus stacked it because the heather is quite close to the camera. Fingers crossed it turns out okay, and however it turns out, here's that image. Well, we made it to the top of Holme Fell. It's absolutely stunning up here, it's beautiful. There was one section with a bit of a scramble to get to the top, which myself and the wife wasn't really expecting. So I want to get back beyond that point before we lose the light. But at the moment we are facing Coniston side, looking towards Coniston Water. I've got some heather in the foreground and some rocks, and focus stacking and exposure blending this shot to hopefully produce a nice image. And if I've done that, I'll pop that up on the screen for you now. We've actually come down off the top now and back over the other side looking towards the Langdales, and I just found this little opening with a bit of the valley and a disused tarn, or an old tarn by the looks of it. I did read somewhere that it was a disused quarry, something like that. If somebody knows, leave a comment. But it's just stunning up here. I think I've got, again, focus stack this one because the heather is so close to the lens. About 6 various focal points from the foreground to the background, and took a different exposure for the sky. This was ISO 100 f8 for about 1/50th of a second. That was with 24 to 105 at 24mm. It's really difficult trying to compose anything up here, I find. And even though I thought I'd given myself plenty of time, I hadn't. I should have got here earlier, and I think we've missed the best of the light on this side of the Langdales because the sun is actually now set behind whatever the fell is on the west side. Maybe the better light would be towards the Coniston end, but I didn't want to walk back across the fell and down that little scramble bit in the dark. My wife was a bit unsure, not very sure-footed, and yeah, it didn't seem right doing it in the dark, so we made our way back this side. But it's still stunning. For this next image, I've turned the camera into portrait orientation from the same location. We're using the same piece of heather looking out towards the Langdales, but I've actually zoomed in slightly to, I don't know, it's probably about 30mm. Again, various focal points throughout the scene, and a different exposure for the sky to control the highlights in the sky. Here's that shot now. I think I managed another couple of images there on the way back down on the Langdale side. I've lost the light now really, and it's gone quite flat, but it's still, I'm in awe of the place. It's just fantastic. Never been here before, and to come in August time and see all this heather is just stunning. And the landscape itself is just, wow, look at it. How can you not enjoy being out in this? It's absolutely stunning. Like I say, I'll pop them a couple of images up on the screen for you. Any more that I'll get, I'll also pop on the screen. But for now, we're going to make our way and try and find somewhere to sit down and have a cup of coffee and just enjoy the view. A little bite to eat at the top here before we make our way back down through the woodland, I dare say, in darkness, and back to the car at Yew Tree Tarn. But my only regret is not getting here sooner and getting up here a little bit earlier in the evening to catch the best of this light on this side. But stunning place. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video and one or two of the images. If you did, don't forget, leave a comment. If you haven't already, consider subscribing. Until next time, thanks very much. Take care. See you soon. Cheers then.